Hello people, welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be the first time when I'm reacting to a fight scene. So here I will take a minute just to thank Ashwin. He has been supporting the channel right from the beginning and has also become the first person to contribute using Super Chat. Thank you very much. It's exactly for viewers like you that I make videos. The fact that there are people like you out there who enjoy my videos just as much, there's nothing better than that. So thank you very much once again. And I'm going to pick up this fight scene solely based on your recommendation. So this one is for you. Now before I begin, I have to tell you that I'm usually very critical of action scenes. I don't know if it has anything to do with my martial arts background. Although that was a long time ago, it never really leaves you. But a good action scene is worth its weight in gold. It can elevate the whole movie, and a well done action scene in itself just makes a movie eminently watchable. Tony Jaa's movies are a good example. Rocky Handsome is obviously based on a Korean movie. They do tend to have some really gruesome fight scenes. The hammer fight scene from Old Boy is also a good example. So I have watched this scene before, so this is not going to be the first time reaction. But that was a really long time ago. I think this was long before I had even started the channel. So I can't wait to go back and watch this scene again. It's a fairly long sequence, so we'll pick it up where John looks up and delivers his first dialogue, and then the fight starts. He's hefty.
तेरी बॉडी के भी सब पार्ट्स निकालूंगा और बेचने लायक कुछ भी नहीं बचेगा.
No time wasted at all. Very athletic. I remember this now. That's good. That's good. That's the best part of this. Ooh. There goes the fake hammer. I just couldn't resist. He thinks the fight is over. No, we all know it isn't. Anytime now. There it goes. Logically, he should have just killed it, but then we wouldn't have had this great fight sequence. He realizes he has met his match. Nice kick. This was a great shot, just showing all that he's left in his wake, all the damage and destruction. I enjoyed watching that scene. I think I can watch it again and again. There were quite a few good things about the scene, not just the backstory of why he's fighting like that and his background. It's not like a typical Bollywood hero who is like a regular guy and all of a sudden he turns into a superhero. There is a background to this guy. That's why he can fight it like this. So I think it makes it a lot more believable, and I quite enjoyed that part. The sequence also has its own language. There is a certain way that he fights, and that's uniquely his own, and that's what makes this scene eminently recallable. I think even years later you will be able to recall this scene just by saying that knife sequence with John Abraham. People will know what you're talking about. So it has its own language and it stays true to that from start to the end. There were probably a couple of things which were not as high standard as the rest of it. So I think there were quite a few cuts that were there which were very obvious. And at certain points, it did not seem like the sequence is as fluid as it could have been. So you can see that he's holding still over here, and then someone hits him at the back. I had warned you that I'm hypercritical of action sequences, and this is just one of those. I don't think it does enough to take away from how good the scene is. It's just one of those things that you notice. And then there had to be like this boss fight. I think you need two people who think they are better than the other for this to happen. If you know that you will be beaten in a fight, then this guy wouldn't have dropped his gun and taken the knife. He would have killed John Abraham right in the beginning when he had the chance. But like I said, then we wouldn't have this great action sequence. It does deliver the end with a flourish, which again, you can recall years down the line. Even though it was a little bit cheesy. But I think overall, this is probably one of the best fight sequences from Bollywood. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I think some people will find it brutal. They will find too much bloodshed in it. But where other people see brutality and bloodshed, I see the effort that everyone involved has put in there. So not just John Abraham and the stuntmen, but also the action choreographers, the cameramen, and the editors, how they have stitched it all together and made it seem almost seamless. Yes, there are a few hiccups here and there, but it's not enough to distract from the overall scene. The overall sequence is really well done, and that's why it will rank as one of the best fight sequences from Bollywood. Let me know what you thought. If you have any other fight sequences that you think are better than this, or at least as good as this one, write it down in the comments below and I will pick those up as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends and family.